Previously on History of Turrican.
Our last episode dealt with Turrican 2. Released across 6 formats in its original form, we found the Spectrum version lacking, the C64 version cracking, and the 16-bit version sending amateurs packing.
I'm Funky Monkey. Welcome to History of Turrican.
In 1990, Rainbow Arts released Turrican, a platform shooter in the vein of Metroid and Psychonix Oscar. The game was programmed by one Manfred Trenz, a German programmer who found success with the C64 port of R-Type and notoriety with Great Giana Sisters. Turrican was released across 8 formats on most home computers and consoles of the time, including the ill-fated PC Engine. Its perfectly balanced gameplay and large scope made it successful enough to spawn a sequel, Turrican 2, a year later. Turrican 2, in its original form, was released across 6 formats, and again was successful. Immediately after this, the team at Factor 5 began working on a third Turrican game. Turrican 3 was originally developed to be released on the Mega Drive. In an ironic twist, the Amiga version was released before the Mega Drive original due to difficulty in finding a publisher. Turrican 3, the Amiga port, was released in the third quarter of 1993, and Mega Turrican, the Mega Drive original, was released in 1994. However, Manfred Trenz, who created the character, programmed the C64 versions, and single-handedly coded the NES version, wasn't involved in the development of either version of Turrican 3.
Instead, the team that created Turrican 3 was led by Thomas Engel.
Now, the game itself. The slightly tweaked backstory for Turrican 3 places Bren Maguire as the leader of a fighting force. Our hero jumps into action after receiving a distress call from a beautiful girl, heralding the return of the Machine.
I won't be going into so much detail this time around. Suffice to say that the Lightning Whip's long beam weapon has been replaced with a grappling hook, power lines with all-purpose smart bombs, and the gyroscope, upgraded to unlimited use in Turrican 2, is downgraded back to only 3 uses in Turrican 3.
There are a few differences between the Amiga and Mega Drive versions. The most obvious difference is the music and sound effects, courtesy of the Amiga's custom sound chip, and some backgrounds from Mega Turrican have been omitted. However, Level 1-2 in the Amiga version is merely a secret level in Mega Turrican. This version contains a chip-based score and a few extra backgrounds, as well as a couple of other extras. All in all, this is my least favourite of what could be considered the original series. As a game in itself, it's still quite good, but I feel that it lacks the certain magic that Trenz's touch brought to Turrican 1 and 2.
We can't end on such a sad note though. Join me next time as we dive into the Super Turrican series.
On the next History of Turrican.
We take a side journey into the realm of Nintendo with Super Turrican.